I've been shipping only cause you know you poppin', yeah. You got it, girl, you got it. Hey. You got it, girl, you got it.
Hey loves, it is your girl Katrina and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be filming a soft glam. I decided to do this because I feel like I specialize in soft glam. Like, I can whip out a few, like colorful looks, but my everyday makeup is soft glam. Like, I'm serving soft glam every day of my life. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button at the end of this video if you enjoyed it, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So to prime our face, we're going to be starting out with the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This primer, in my opinion, is just the best primer. It's very hydrating but not oily. It just keeps my skin, like, once I put my foundation on, just really hydrated, and I'm just obsessed with it. So we're gonna be using this one. I feel like this is the best, and I've become real bougie and I use a little brush to blend in, or not blend in, but just smooth out my primer. We're a little bit bougie now. So for foundation, we're going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have been switching between 3 foundations right now. I have been using the Pretty Fresh foundation, tinted moisturizer by ColourPop, which is bomb. If you have not tried that, try it out. It's perfect for those no makeup looks. And then I have been using my Dose of Colors Hue, Love Your Hue foundation. Dose of Colors foundation is very similar to this one. So if you like a hydrating, kind of luminous finish, then those 2 foundations, or this one and the Dose of Colors, are very similar. And I am using the shade Spiced Rum. I actually went a step down. I was using Hazelnut, but lately Hazelnut has been just a little bit too peachy, orangey for me. I was starting to notice. I was just yeah, this is kind of a little bit too orange for me. I was looking really red sometimes. So, and I'm gonna be using a Morphe brush. This is actually from one of their collections. I will put it down in the description. It doesn't have an actual name. Yeah, Spiced Rum is a little bit more neutral compared to Hazelnut. Hazelnut has a lot more red, a warmer undertone to it, and Spiced Rum is a little bit more neutral. It's not as orange and warm as Hazelnut. So for concealer, we're going to be using the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer. This is in the shade 25 Dark. This is very similar to my Fenty 430 concealer, so I've actually been switching between the 2. I just like to give you guys references, so just in case you don't use Dose of Colors, you can go to Fenty or whatever. I have a reference that I can make, she likes to be informative. This applicator definitely reminds me of the Shape Tape one. It's so big. Not a lot really comes out on it though, but definitely the same size kind of the Shape and Tape. And I gotta use my favorite brush, my Morphe E20 brush. Get this brush, you need it in your life. And I've been actually pretty light on the concealer too lately. I don't know, I haven't really been packing it on. Especially I feel because it's winter. Well, it's not winter yet, it's fall. But you can, when the weather starts to change and so your skin starts to change, that's what's happening to me right now. My skin, I really right now, I have to keep it moisturized. So I don't want to pack too much on and then it dry my skin out or clog my pores or anything, because my skin is really sensitive right now. I've been breaking out. This is a pimple right here, and I was thinking of turning it into a damn beauty mark, but we ain't gonna do all that. So for contour, we are going to snatch our face using Morphe's new Dimension Effect Sticks. This is in the shade Effect 18. This is very similar to the Espresso contour stick that I use by Black Radiance. So I feel soft glam, really the focal point of soft glam is really skin, because you're not doing much with the eyes. It's really just the skin and how you snatch it and how it looks and the angles that you can get with it. It's very it's soft, but it's very in your face. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be contouring with this. And this is a very nice consistency. I've been using them lately. I'm not going to contour too much on my forehead just because I, you know, got my baby hairs laid down. And the contour, I'm using my Black Radiance. I need to get a new one. I have another one. But I'm using my Black Radiance Kabuki flat brush. I don't know if they still sell these. I can try to find out for you guys. But I know some people have went online and looked for them and they haven't been able to find them. So I will find out if they still make them or not. I do think that they were limited edition, but I will find out. And then you guys know I like to go back in with my brush. I feel like this is what brings my foundation when you guys, oh, it's so flawless. It's really, I take my time and I work out anything. Like my foundation, I take my time blending it out. My concealer, I always go back in after I've contoured and kind of just like blend the two together, because we don't want any harsh lines. We just want everything to just like melt. To blend out my contour, I'm going to be using a Morphe M434 brush. And two, I feel like when you do soft glam, your contour and your bronzer, like whatever you're using to contour, if you're bronzing, use that to carve out, you know, like your eyebrows, to do, you know, like, you just want everything to be really, really soft. You don't want it to be too harsh, like too snatched, you know? You want to bring out the angles and, you know, like your jawline and everything, but without it being too, like, too hard. So to set everything, we're going to be using our Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is in the color medium deep. I've actually switched to this. I still use my Huda Beauty one, but I've switched to this one. I actually ran out of my Huda Beauty one. So I switched to this one right here, and girl, I've been slacking. I did not know that this was popping like that. So we're going to take our dry beauty blender and set. Okay, and then for I like to just sculpt. And I've been going downwards. Before I was taking it like across, but that's just not how my face is built. It's not built like that. Why is it built like that? Why are you built like that? And then now I'm going to take my Morphe E48 brush. And we're just going to dust it off. I'm gonna try it again, try it again. Brush it, don't succeed. Dust yourself up and try it again. You don't wanna throw it all away. What about the next day? So now we're gonna go ahead and spray our face using our Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Now this is gonna be hard because usually when I do this, I have my wrap on, you know, so I don't really be caring about if I get my hair wet, but we gotta care today. Okay, she's somewhat dry, but we're still a little like not too dry. We're gonna take the finishing powder by Too Faced. Well, it's not a finishing powder, it's a multi-use complexion powder. This is in the shade Mahogany. And I'm gonna be taking my Morphe E48 brush. So I use this brush to dust off. This is a very versatile brush. I use this brush to dust off my setting powder. I use it to put my finishing powder, and then I take this brush everywhere with me. So let's say me and my friends are out somewhere, I'm definitely gonna pull this brush out if it's a little hot outside and touch up anything that I need to touch up. This brush goes everywhere with me. And then we're just going to carve out that spot, you know, just to make us a little, see that? Boom, snatched. So we are going to bronze. I haven't been using bronze lately, but if I want like a soft glam, then we're gonna bronze using the Fenty Sunstalker in Mocha Mami. The bronzer compared to the contour is really just gonna do something soft. It's not gonna, I mean, unless you sit here and fucking back it on, but it's really just gonna do something soft. It's not really going to, it's just supposed to be subtle, you know? I'm still going to contour, but not as much because we've already placed the bronzer. I'm going to take that same brush that we use to contour our nose to go over that with that same bronzer. Still working with the same thing. Like, bronzers are going to be your favorite. See how we're slowly coming together. And we're gonna go lightly into our Morphe Showmance Bronzer. It's just gonna be really, really light. Since we've already placed that bronzer, this is just gonna go over top of the bronzer just to give us a little bit more of a snatched look. Even though it's already there, you can kind of see it. It's like, oh, she's there, she's snatched, okay? Same thing, I kind of like for my contours to be blown out. I don't want them to be harsh. Like, so I went ahead and did my brows off camera. I naturally have dark brows, so it's like I'm not really gonna get any much lighter than this. I could, but then it's gonna make me look like super washed out and not cute. So these are my brows, and that same concealer I used to carve out my brows, which was the Fenty Beauty 430 concealer. We are going to take that on our lid as well. But don't in no way, shape, or form think that soft glam, natural glam is less makeup, because it's really not. In a sense, you're just working it differently so it doesn't look like it's a lot of makeup. So for this look, we are going to be using the mini palette by James Charles. I don't have the little sheet with the names on it, so I'm sorry. But we're going to start off by going into this kind of like mauve pink shade over here. And this is a Morphe M514 brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of the concealer that I was working with and just place that on the lid a little bit. We're not cutting the crease or anything. I'm just kind of placing it on the lid, so this next color, when I place it on there, it kind of holds and doesn't just like disappear. The next color I'm going to be using is this neutral like matte shade right here. And then we're gonna go into this darker mauve shade. And I like to do a little bit of glitter with my natural glam, so we're gonna be taking a ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadow that I created when I was there. I don't know, you can't get it, I just made it because I was visiting them and they let me make one. But it's really just kind of like a rosy pink type of shade. I will show you guys. I swatched it on my IG and my Twitter, but this is what it looks like. Just a shade like that. Tell ColourPop we need a princess shade. Tell them they need to make this permanent so y'all can get it. I want to let you guys know that your girl has a ColourPop code for y'all to save money. It is an affiliate code, so yes, I will be making a percentage, but I still have a code for you guys to use. You can use the code PRINCESS online, and this goes for their ColourPop products and their Fourth Ray, their skincare, which is bomb, if I might say myself. So we're going to be using this shade right here, and we're just going to place it on the lid. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this is kind of like a day soft glam, not like a nighttime soft glam, because there's a different type of nighttime soft glam for the eyes, but then there's also like a daytime soft glam. So now we're going to take our Urban Decay Perversion mascara. You can't be soft glam without a white eyeliner in your waterline. And I'm going to pop on some lashes, and I will be right back. So I went ahead and popped on my lashes, so now we are going to highlight. I'm going to be using the Diamond Luxe Illuminator by Artist Couture. This is in the color Honey Drip. And I really like to do circular motions when I am working my highlighter into my skin. So for lips today, we're going to be using a combination of the Makeup Sheila and ColourPop BFF4 lip liner, and then the ColourPop. This is their matte, ultra matte lip liner in the color Beeper. These two are my favorite combinations as of lately. And I also feel like with soft glam, you could also do a matte lip and then add gloss on top and kind of give that little like pouty effect. You can just go straight matte, or you can just do straight gloss. It's really what you prefer. I prefer matte. So that's what we're gonna do today. Alright, you guys, so this is my finished look. This is my take on soft glam for dark skin women, dark skin girls, because you know we can pull off everything just the same, if not better. Sorry, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below anything else that you guys want to see. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.
My last name, I know you got the same damn day. Pass out.